because it was me, Justin, the future of pro wrestling Lee. www.justinrules.com. Don't interrupt.
No. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, I've kept you out of here, you snuck your little tiny behind in here, you've interrupted my show.
Allegedly.
No, I've got it on film. Now, we're going to get to your match, I'm going to let you have a little bit of TV time, maybe you'll get it out of your system, you'll leave me alone, let me get done what I've got to get done right here at the Hardwood. And here we go, Tahlequah, Oklahoma, Brandon Groom versus Justin Lee.
And there I am, locking up, showing him who's the boss.
Yeah, showing him who's the boss right in the back of your neck. Brandon Groom is a big, strong, powerful man.
He pulled my hair.
Yeah, he pulled your hair. See, that man right there is a two-time state champion in Bristow High School wrestling.
But he's no Justin Lee. Let's keep that in mind.
No, he's a champion.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Groom, the fans firmly behind him here in his hometown, his adopted hometown of Tahlequah. As we all know, he's from Bristow, Oklahoma, originally. That's where he spent all of his wrestling, high school wrestling career. Here we go, tie up, collar and elbow.
And I'm gonna out-wrestle him.
Brandon Groom looks like he got overhook and an underhook, spins it around. Oh! I don't believe I've ever seen anybody thrown that high in my life.
But I pulled deep down and kicked out.
Oh.
There I am fighting
shots. Brandon stops the Irish whip. Picks him up into a fireman's carry.
I see that's not legal.
No, that's very legal. Not only is that amateur legal, that's professional legal. Right there, wrenching on that tiny little shoulder that is Justin Lee.
Hey, now.
There we go. Arm drag. Stays on the arm.
He pulled my hair, see?
He's not pulling anything except your arm out of socket.
Yeah.
There you see Brandon Groom looking very good right here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Justin Lee, now what are you doing there besides crying?
I was just telling him.
And here comes the Outcast.
Telling the referee about my website, www.justinrules.com.
Looks like a little 2-on-1 action right there. Why don't you try to face a man 1-on-1 here?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't see what was going on.
Let's go back to the replay maybe. And here we go. Justin Lee, Irish whip. Brandon Groom reverses the Irish whip. Justin ducks one.
Oh, the greatest kick in the history of Oklahoma Championship Wrestling. 55 miles an hour, Justin Lee. If the referee would get in my way.
And a 55-mile-an-hour leg drop, I guess. And Brandon Groom kicking out at 60 miles an hour.
I wasn't able to clock it, but it was pretty fast. There we go, putting the boots to him, staying on him because I'm a champ.
Now what do you call this? Is this under your championship arsenal?
Going for the cover. I don't know why he's not counting it.
Because you're choking the man. You can't choke in pro wrestling.
My bad.
Well, that move looked familiar. Brandon Groom coming up to his feet, and look at that, closed fist.
Whatever. Referee didn't see it.
Irish whip, Brandon Groom comes back off. Drop toe hold, I will admit that didn't look bad.
Probably the best one you've ever seen, huh?
Since the last time I did it. And here we go, Justin Lee working the leg. Oh, and that will kill your thigh right there and your hamstring. Brandon Groom feeling worse for the wear on this one.
Oh, just putting a little boot on. There we go, I'm ready to take this one home.
Yeah, well, evidently you're taking it out of the ring. Brandon Groom right there.
Referee should have warned him.
Capitalizes on Justin Lee. Right outside. Oh. See, right here, Brandon Groom. Double forearms to each member of the ICF.
You know.
Uh-oh, here we go. Larry Moe and Curly.
You know, back when we had a different commissioner, we had better referees who would not allow such a thing.
Yeah, well, then again, he's gone on here. Just enjoy it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Groom is taking it to Justin Lee.
And your light heavyweight champion fighting back bravely against the former champ himself, Brandon Groom.
Irish whip, reversal of the Irish whip by Brandon Groom. Picks him up. Spinning backbreaker. Beautiful job by Brandon Groom.
I'll admit, that was decent.
Well above decent. And I don't really like Brandon. Oh, drops an elbow. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you all to tune in. And tune in and watch the Outcast try to help Justin Lee right there. Here comes Justin Lee from behind. And another choke on the rope. I don't know if we have a calculator here so we can add up the many times that the ICF is cheating. I want to remind you all that Brave Satellite will carry the OCW event.
Here we go. Oh! You know that had to hurt him.
No, it hurts me watching it. But don't forget, we're right here live at the Hardwood Sports Bar and Grill, 11th and Harvard. We're taping live every Tuesday.
Now here's the high-risk moves that made me the light heavyweight champ. diving to the outside, putting my own body on the line, my beautiful body.
Anyway, Brandon Groom right here, feeling a little worse for the wear, gets tossed back in by Justin Lee.
Handling him like a small child.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be back this Sunday night at the rodeo. Bell time is 6 p.m. Doors open at 5. You will see Justin Lee possibly be in action. You will see Brandon Groom possibly in action, but you will definitely... Oh, there we go, right into the corner. Comes back out. Brandon Groom misses.
That's a move right there.
Does it have a name?
I call it the Justin Canrana. We're kicking some other names around, though.
Yeah, keep kicking them. And here we go for the cover. 1, 2, and a big kick out.
If that wasn't the slowest count in the history of professional wrestling, I don't know what is.
Then, this weekend, this Sunday, you will definitely see Vinny Valentino versus AWOL in a special match. It's going to be a best 2 out of 3 falls match.
Less about Vinny, more about Justin. Here we go, back to the sleeper hold.
Oh, great. Great execution. I believe they used to call that a malfunction at the junction. Here we go into the sleeper hold. Brandon Groom starting to turn a little red in the face. Oxygen and air, blood, everything cut off to the brain of Brandon Groom.
You see my huge arms wrenching around that neck.
More neck than arms, but here we go. There's 1 for Brandon. 2.
Cheering me on.
I don't think so. And Brandon Groom sucks it up. Here he goes. Let's see what he's got.
I think the arm actually dropped there, but we'll see.
The only thing I see dropping is going to be Justin Lee right here. Into the turnbuckles. Brandon Groom is free of that parasite that was on his back.
What's a parasite?
I'll talk to you about it later. Here we go. Brandon Groom in with the forearm, which is a legal maneuver. Irish whip by Brandon Groom. Ducks 1 does Justin Lee. Comes up. Oh, big power slam. Justin,
I held my tights.
I just don't think I've ever seen anyone get thrown around by Brandon Groom quite like you're doing it. And that's not a compliment.
Well, I've been told I make people look good by just being in the ring with them.
I'm sure standing next to you, anybody looks good. And here we go, Brandon Groom, right to the midsection. Here he comes again. Big super kick, it's all over right here. Brandon Groom hits a super kick on Justin Lee. Here we go for the count. 1. Wait a minute.
Justin kicks out.
Outcast. Oh, and Outcast gets a little something from Summer Rain.
If it weren't for these outside distractions, I would have already won this match.
And here comes Brandon Groom back at a fallen Justin Lee. Wait a minute. And there's the Outcast with a chair shot.
Oh, what are you talking about? He barely hit him. It was fine.
And Justin count. That's great. I hope you're proud of yourself on that one.
I am, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner,
Justin, the future of Pro Wrestling League. Don't forget to visit www.justinrules.com.
and visit us this Sunday at the rodeo.